All right, everybody, we are back live with the 2018 Best in the Desert Pahrump 250. This is our third hour of coverage, and this hour of coverage is brought to you guys by Baja Racing Supply. Go check out BajaRacingSupply.com to get parts for your UTV, pre-runner, your street truck, pretty much anything you take in the dirt or anywhere. Go to Baja Racing or BajaRacingSupply.com. Go check them out and buy some parts from them. Thanks to them for being with us all year. Also, they were one of our sponsors all year. So let's go check out the racing action. We got some info for you guys this hour. So it appears that the number one is still in front, and they are hauling the mail. However, the number one, Jason Voss, took 3 gallons of oil at the last pit, at pit 6. So that thing is definitely burning some oil or losing some oil, or there's something going on with the number one's engine. So we'll see if that thing can make it. They got to go another 34 miles from where they are right now to the finish. So let's see if the number one can keep it out front there. Like I said, they used 3 gallons of oil at the last pit. The number 70 was closing in on them. Kevin Thompson and Harley Lettner, they were closing in quick on the number one when they had to put that oil in at the pit, but they did stay out in front of them. So the third place car is actually going to be the number 4, I believe. The 4 and the 41. Actually, they both just updated at about the same time, so this might be correct now. It looks like the 41 is in third. Justin Lofton physically is in third, and then the number 4, Justin Matney, is going to be your fourth place car in physical position. But on time, I believe the 4 has the... See, they just jumped in front again, so there you go. The number 4 is your third place car. The trackers today are kind of hard. They're kind of bouncing all around a little bit. They're not updating at exactly the same times, so they keep jumping back and forth. Then the 41 goes back in front, so who knows what's going on there. Then the 32, Sean Kroll, is next in 5th, doing 100 miles an hour right now. This is a very fast course. I mean, Jason Voss is almost done with the race. He has 34 miles to go, and it's only been 3 hours. So, I mean, this is going to be about a 3.5-hour race to go 244 miles. What's that average out to? Over 60 miles an hour, huh? So, a very fast race. The Class 1 battle is very close. We have to zoom all the way in here. They're literally right on top of each other. It's Pat Dean and Bob Lofton. They are within a half a mile of each other or less. I mean, they're 179 and 179. They can see each other right now. I don't know who's in front. Pat Dean started in front and has been in front all day. Physically, I don't know if he's still in front. It's a very good Class 1 battle for first place right there. The Pat Dean is going to have to finish, I believe, a minute in front of Bob Lofton, or maybe 2. I'd have to look at the starting order. So we'll check that out the next hour. They should be finishing in our next hour update. The number 55 is still going also. So they're going. We did get a report. Tracy Graff right here has rolled the car. I haven't heard anything if they're okay or not. I assume they're okay. I haven't heard that they're not, which is good news. But they have rolled the number 58. So Tracy Graff is rolled right on the side of the highway there. That report came in from Tucker Conroy. He was driving by on the highway and saw them rolled, and he let us know that's what happened to Tracy Graff. So that's why they are at 0 miles an hour. So that's a bummer for the number 58, but hopefully they can get it going again and finish the race. Coming back to the 6100 class, it's still the 6118 of Ryan Hancock out front. He's started out front, and he's been out front physically all day. The 6164, however, is your leader on corrected time. Bobby Picoy, the Desert Assassins truck, is leading the race on time, and it looks like he's moved up to second physical in class now. So that's the 6100 race. And third is going to be the 6132 of Steve Kroll. That's going to be your physical third position. And then if we go look at some of the other classes we had here. So in the UTV class, the 944 Phil Blurton is out front physically, but then there's the 966 and another car with them. I can't tell what. I think there's another car right here. It looks like there is. Might just be the 996. And then the 936 Jacob Carver, who was out front on corrected time last time we looked, is back in third place. Then we have the 951 Mitch Guthrie, and then it goes back to a bunch of other cars. Scrolling back down, the unlimited UTV, looks like it might be the 2939 or the 2910. Those are your first 2 in the unlimited UTV. And then in the naturally aspirated class, we have the 1895 of Caden Wells in first and the 1808 of Maddie in second place. So those are your top 2 cars in the naturally aspirated class. Then it gets bunched up back here. So a ways to go for these guys. They're not even halfway through the race yet. The leader of the Unlimited is about, or the UTV Turbo class is about halfway through. So they have about another, at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours to go in their race. So that's their race. Any other classes you guys want to see this hour, let me know. We will go live again close to the finish. George Anthill is also live. So I will be sharing his page once he goes live. He's at the finish line. He's going to be doing his interviews like he always does. So that's going to be in the next, literally probably the next half an hour or so, the way these cars are going. I wouldn't give them more than half an hour until they finish probably. It's pretty fast on the way in. So we'll see. Right now, Jason Voss and Harley Lettner. Let's go look at some times real quick. So the Trick Truck times, this is corrected leaders by racingtracks.com. You go over there if you guys want to see this leaderboard. At mile 200, we had Jason Voss in first by about a minute, a little less than a minute actually, over Kevin Thompson in the 70. So remember, Jason Voss is having an engine issue. They used 3 gallons of gas, or 3 gallons of engine oil at the last pit. So I don't know if they're going to be able to hold off the 70 or not. That's the big question right now. Then 10 minutes back to Justin Matney in the 4, and right behind him in the number 41 is Justin Lofton. So the battle for the last podium position is within 30 seconds right now. So that's a pretty good battle for the podium spot. And then first and second is within about a minute and a half right now. So it's going to be first and second. It's going to be one of these two guys. And then third and fourth is going to be one of these two guys, is what it's looking like right now. Some of these other guys might sneak into the podium. We'll have to wait and see. The Class 1, let's see. So Class 1, Pat Dean has a 2-minute lead on corrected time over Bob Lofton. So he does have a 2-minute lead at mile 175. So that's Class 1. Go look at 6100 class. So through mile 150, Bobby Picoy, just like we said, the Desert Assassins truck is leading on time. The second place on time is Terry Householder. I believe that's Adam Householder driving. So that's your second place. And then just about 30 seconds behind them is Steve Kroll in the 6132. So pretty good battle here. We got only about 2.5 minutes between the top 3 6100 cars. So this is a really good 6100 race, actually. Even the top 4, I mean, look, we're only within 3 minutes, top 4. Ryan Hancock is actually first on the road, but he's 4th on time right now. It's hard when you start first on the road because you don't really know where the guys are behind you unless you're getting splits from in your pits, so it's hard to know how hard to drive. So it's easy to get run down when you're the first car on the road. So hopefully Ryan and them can pick it up a little bit and put a little bit more time on these guys if they want to win this thing. Then Andrew Whitehead, the U-Theory truck, is in 5th place. So that's your 6100 look. We'll look at the UTVs real quick. The naturally aspirated class, it was Caden Wells and Robert in 2nd, like we said. Then Josh in 1871 is in 3rd. That was at mile 75. The turbo class, only one has come through mile 125 so far, and that's Phil Blorton. But if we look, see back at mile 100, Pete Libby was actually winning the race on corrected time. So he's not out front physically, but he was leading the race on time at mile 100. So you really got to keep an eye on the corrected times. And it looked like actually Mitch Guthrie was in 3rd on corrected time, and Phil Blorton was in 2nd. So once a few more of these guys come through race mile 125, we'll have a little better idea on the UTV class. Anyone else you guys want me to check on real quick before we sign off this hour? Let me know. Let's go look again at the leaders. So yeah, like we said, Jason Voss used 3 gallons of oil. So the question right now is if that truck's going to hold up or not. If it does, it's going to be very close. It's going to be within a minute. Let's see. He updated at 11:07, and Kevin Thompson updated at 11:07:26. 11:07. So just a couple seconds behind. I mean, look at how close they are. You can see how close they are here. They're within a mile of each other here. He's at mile 216 and he's at 216. So they're within the same mile. This is some really good racing for the first spot right here. We'll see if who can hold on to it here. This is the same course where they started right here. They started right here and then they came out this way. So now they're going to come all the way back to the finish, which is actually down here in Pahrump. So we'll get a good view of the finish. George Anthill is there live. Like I said, I'll share on our page as soon as I see him go live. And let's see, what other class? Let's go look at the Class 10 real quick. I know some people were asking about them earlier. there is quite a few Class 10s. So on corrected time, we have Brock in the 10:01 is winning at mile 125. He has about a 3-minute lead over Connor in the 10:20. And then Brent Fox in the 10:75 is in third. And Peter in the 10:80 is in fourth. So it looks like Brock has a 3-minute lead at mile 125 about halfway through the race. So that's a quick look at the Class 10 cars. All right, we'll come back live at the finish maybe for you guys if anything crazy happens. That should be within the next hour. Like I said, keep an eye on the page. I'll share the live camera from the finish as soon as George goes up with it. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.